Greetings viewers, Retro Zoltan here. When a lot of people were spending more time at home in 2020, one of the early treats that came from China was the RK2020. It was a system that promised to be able to play Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and PSP. There was certainly a demand for this device. The Odroid Go Advance, the best at its time, came as a kit. And even then, there were supply and quality issues. So these guys went ahead, cloned the Odroid Go Advance, and started shipping it with unlicensed software.
Even to a guy like me, that's cold.
It pissed off the Emulek developers so bad, if you ask for help today, you're going to get what's coming to you. The RK2020 is like the black sheep in your family that you just still admire for some reason. So the RK2020 in most reviews are going to be purple. Companies were giving these away to YouTubers to promote the hardware. I guess they thought purple would get a lot of attention. Since I'm not as cool as those guys, I ended up getting my own that was translucent 90s black. There's also an aluminum one that's a little tempting. These were originally selling for $60, but now they're a bit more rare, and you'll be hard-pressed to find one less than $85. Unless if it's used on eBay or something. The unboxing for this unit isn't too exciting. Mine for some reason came with 3 analog stick covers, but I'm guessing this isn't the norm. It generally comes with a USB to SD converter, so you can slap your own games on there, and it also comes with a USB-C charger cable, which is great to see. When looking at the unit itself, it seems like a good size. I'm really impressed with the size and feel of the buttons, the D-pad, everything feels good. The analog stick isn't anything too special. It's exactly like the Odroid Go, 100%, but it does look better with the cover, and it feels better too. Top of the unit has the standard triggers and shoulder buttons, a start button, headphone jack, and USB-C charging. Welcome Edition is the USB, so you can put wireless or a controller on it. The bottom of the unit has an SD slot, an emergency reset button, and a speaker hole. Just like the Odroid Go Advance, there is no volume knob, which is a shame. During gameplay, you have to do the select D-pad method, which will work with most of the emulators. I think MAME was the only one that gave me trouble. Not my favorite thing to deal with, but it's better than nothing. So the speaker hole on the bottom, because there's only one, it's obviously going to be mono sound. So if you want stereo, you're definitely going to have to use your headphones. One of the weird things about the RK2020 is the fact that you can't get to the battery. Not a huge deal, but if it goes bad, you really have to just take it apart. That was just kind of strange to me, but not a deal breaker. So stats for the RK2020 are the following. It's got the Rock Chip 3326 quad core, 1 gig of memory, which helps greatly with the more powerful games. It has a 3.5-inch IPS display, and it has a 2600 milliamps battery, which honestly, I think that's more than enough for something like this. This is like 4 or 5 hours, just like everything else. Since the Emulek team isn't happy about supporting the RK2020, I couldn't help but slap it on there anyway. And it works for the most part. After studying a bit and looking at a few forums, Emulek 3.6 has the best compatibility. Anything after that, you start losing emulators and features. Overall, I feel if the RK2020 did the right thing in the beginning, it would be a way better system today. So let's take a look at the games. I'll be testing some random systems, which I'm sure will be fine. But Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, PSP, PlayStation, jury's still out on those. I'm guessing some will struggle, but let's find out. Let's look right now. I like the RK2020 throwing their hat in the ring at a time where people wanted more powerful emulation. It does play the harder stuff, but as you can see, it was still struggling. This can be helped with better support from the Emulek team, but that bridge was burned in 2020. And now there are better systems out there that are already fully supported. So if you're a collector, maybe worth keeping for its questionable activities, but overall I say avoid this one unless if you can find it cheap. And that's all I have to say about the RK2020. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Little naughty Pat, you're naughty!